To our next guest, who's played an agent in the James Bond franchise, a pilot in Captain Marvel, and now Lashana Lynch is portraying a warrior in a film also starring Viola Davis and John Boyega and directed by Gina Prince Bythewood. Lynch is helping to bring a story to life that's based on the real African kingdom of Dahomey. Our Linsey Davis spoke to Lashana about this fierce sisterhood fighting against slavery and the groundbreaking representation in The Woman King. Take a look.
An evil is coming, but we have a weapon. They are not prepared for.
I'm ready for people to feel the energy of the film, because there's a story, there's a history, there's a women, there's Viola Davis, and then there's the energy of the film.
You're asking me to take them to war.
Some things are worth fighting for.
And you mentioned Viola Davis. What was it like to work with her?
Amazing. She's such a lovely, warm, really grounded person who cares about the craft. She cared so much for us as human beings, as Black women, as artists. We were really collaborative throughout the whole process. It didn't feel like it was Viola Davis, she's the lead. It felt like we were all just creating this thing together, which is exactly how it should be.
And part of it on screen is about this unbreakable bond, the sisterhood. It feels so genuine and authentic and pure. What do you do behind the scenes in order to really affect that?
We didn't do anything. We just showed up. I don't know if it's you know, a shorthand that we have as Black women when we come into a space and we're just like, we know what we need to do, or if it was just understanding what the assignment was. You know, we want to tell our story authentically. We want to represent our ancestors in the way that they deserve.
When it thunders, our ancestors demand we rip the shackles of doubt from our minds and fight with courage.
And you mentioned the ancestors, and that kind of struck me in a way, right? That it almost feels like there's a responsibility. There's this weight of history when you're actually depicting, you know, Africa as this thriving, wealthy place that is and that's something that we don't often see.
I do think we have a responsibility as people in the public eye, artists, musicians, actors, to really take what we have, what we built ourselves to, and take care of our history backwards, heal backwards, tell our stories in the way that maybe people who don't look like us wouldn't be able to tell. So when you have someone like Gina, Viola, Julius in charge, you already know that the project is taken care of. You know that you're taken care of as a Black woman. You know that your ancestors aren't going to be rolling in their grave, you know, thinking, why are they representing us in that way?
And as the warrior that you play, I mean, you are just a tough, bad bleep. You know, and you talked about being all oiled up in the fighting. And how did you prepare? And do you do your own stunts?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I've done some stunts in the past, but they've been, I want to say, 50%, if that, because of danger, endurance. But with this one, Gina was really determined to have us do it 100%. She didn't want to cut away to someone's cheek, back of the head, you know. She wanted us to be able to live, eat, and breathe these women so that even on our days off, we were still doing an hour and a half of weight training, then straight into 3+ hours of stunts, choreography, repetition. And it meant that I was able to characterize Azogi in the most authentic way. She literally came from my core, because my core was being built at the time when I was trying to find who she was. And that's special.
Do you feel that Azogi made you tougher as a person?
Ooh. I actually, on the contrary, think that she made me softer. In her being so tough, and me learning what it means to be the strong Black woman, and me not wanting to use that phrase anymore for myself or for the people I care about. She made me pay attention to the nuances of my experience, my vulnerability, my fears, all of the things that come with me that make me proud of being me. And with her, she's so tough on the outside, no one really gets to see her sensitive side. But I questioned, what does she do at night? You know, what does she dream about? What are her fears? What does she see when she looks at these young people she's about to train?
Are we training to cook? You are cutting a body, not a yam.
What is she saying to her younger self, you know? So yeah, I think she ironed me out a little bit, which is quite nice.
I'm also interested in the idea of colorism. You know, we've talked to a number of black actresses in the past about that often the roles might be there only for the fairer skinned black women. Do you feel that it was intentional in this particular movie to make sure that there was, we're really going to go in and not just have, you know, a light skin and a complexion issue on set with the cast? Yeah, I do. I won't speak for Gina, but I know that there was a concerted effort to ensure that us as black women felt like we were seeing ourselves as actors around the set. And that's the actors, that's the supporting artists, that's the crew. It does something to us as dark-skinned women to be empowered by the other people that are around us every single time we look around. And not like it would do the opposite if we didn't see someone who looked like us, but with telling a story like this about our ancestors, it doesn't mean that this is the one way or the highway, you know, or the highway. It means that we now have a realistic, non-superhero example of what dark-skinned women can be.
Linsey Davis for that. The Woman King is out in theaters today.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.